We're out here on in some of the wilderness area, and it is gorgeous. And when we're out here, we look for a lot of things. We're looking for dead standing timber that we can come out here with firewood permit and get firewood. And there is dead standing timber around. Most of it's white fir, which isn't a really good firewood, but better than nothing. White fir typically sells for $100, $120 a cord, and like red fir will sell. You can find people to sell it $125, $150, but usually it's $200 a cord. But here we have elderberries, and there's a couple of trees here, and a beautiful opening. These lands, if you'll notice, I mean, there's some clear-cut areas. They do log out here from time to time. There's also been fires recently in the last several years out in these areas. And they also lease this land. BLM leases it for cattle. And we just passed some cows actually. And they'll come in and they'll keep the underbrush down quite a bit, which is great for the forest. But the kiddos, we're gonna harvest a bunch of these elderberries now. All right.
Man, those are huge.
These are about as organic as you get. Middle of the wilderness, and just wonderful, healthy, very healthy, organic elderberries here. Just twist it. Look. Just take it. See how the elderberry plant is very fragile. These are last year's limbs, and they're almost, if you can see that, I don't know if it's going to focus. They're almost hollow inside, just a little bit. And it is it's very brittle limbs. Good fire starter. Hey guys, I'm going to show you all this nice valley. It's right around the corner from where we were. This tree right here is huge. The base of that trunk is probably, I really couldn't tell you. I bet that's 4 feet or more diameter on that base. It is massive. Those are good sized cedar trees next to them. And there's I think a red fir and a couple of cedar over here those are good size. Those are probably 18, 20-inch trees. This is just a beast of a tree, and it is straight wood. I mean, that's got to be 60, 80 feet of clear timber all the way up. That is a gorgeous tree. Really is. It's amazing. You should have seen the trees that they had here 100 years ago. You go into different hospitals and libraries and state buildings, and they got pictures everywhere. There's guys, you'll have 12 guys standing on a stump, shoulder to shoulder. 8 guys. I mean, they were massive. How they got them out of here, I have no idea. But they did. That's a good sized tree right there. All right. There's a nice little start to our harvest. And I tell you what, these are a lot better to harvest than blackberries. Them blackberries hurt. All right, time to find some more. Beautiful clumps.
Here, Daddy.
Beautiful clumps. You having fun?
Yep.
Yep. coming from. It's wide open. Got a lot of cleared areas all around, and then the road is now bringing us here. And we're gonna go down into the trees. Now this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now up in here, this time of day, this is where you find your game, your different animals. It's hot, sunny. They were eating this morning out in the fields. There's a raven.
A raven?
And now we're down here. Where it's nice and cool and gorgeous. Just far, we've been pretty successful in finding some really nice elderberries. And we got a few cases here. Each one of these wet, probably this one weighs probably close to 10 pounds at least, maybe more. These, I don't know, these are over 5 pounds. These might be 10 and this. Back out here, second day picking elderberries, and there's you can't tell, but there's I don't know, probably 200 little trees right there, and they're just all over the place. We're going to start here, this big one, and work our way up, and you might be able to see there's a lot of big clumps of elderberries on these. This right here, this is mullein, first year mullein. This is some really good stuff for, what was it, for your bronchitis and stuff like that, for your lungs. And there's quite a bit of it. Now, it looks like this is first year, and it's kind of got it's really thick.
So fluffy.
It is, it's fluffy. And when it dries, it's next to nothing. This is what it looks like in its second year. And these are the seed heads, and we have quite a bit of this at the house and near our home. And if you're interested, we may end up collecting mullein seed this year and planting it out, and maybe even selling some mullein seed if you're interested in having some of this, growing a patch of it at your own place. But warning, make sure you get it in the first year. Maybe leave a handful for seed, but the rest of it you want to harvest it at this stage right here when it's nice and tender. You can harvest these leaves, they do have benefit, but it's a lot more potent in the first year plants. So we may just harvest some of this and fill up a box or something like that on the way up, and we'll dry it out when we get home. Well, here are cases of elderberries. Now we're going to go home and start getting them ready. And we did get one box of mullein, and it's not a whole lot, but it's a start, you know. You always got to have a start. Are these still good? We were here the other day picking, and we realized when we got here, we left this box, but they still look really good. This might be a personal stash. This will be a personal stash of elderberries. We'll try them out. Yeah, they smell fine. They look fine. So all these boxes here are filled up pretty good, and we're excited. We probably have close, not quite, I'd say between half a gallon and a gallon per box. So we got somewhere between 8 and 10 gallons of elderberries today. That's fresh. When they're dried, it'll be something like half that. It's a lot of work, but it's fun. We have a good time as a family, and I mean, we get to enjoy this, you know. I mean, look at that. That's our office as a family. That's our office. That is getting to be fun. Now these are a lot of elderberries right here. We do have one thing of frozen blackberries we're going to bust out into freezer bags, and that'll be for us. But we're freezing them in here, and these are all fresh. These are frozen here, and when they're frozen they just pop right off. So easy. And we put them in here, and then they go from the bags. There's bags underneath these boxes here. They'll go from the bags to the dehydrator. Uh-oh. That is, we're gonna have to put something on top here to weigh it down so we can get those top ones out. And we still have all of these. That big box right there is equivalent to probably 5 or 6 of these little ones. So we got a bunch. We've been working hard, haven't we, guys? Picking some elderberries.